tasting on this fine morning. Delicious, right? Hey, bro, I'm the same way. I used to crack a Pepsi like first thing, then brush my teeth, basically. And I would be drinking Pepsi from the moment, put it this way, the moment I got in the car in the morning, I'd have that first sip until right before I hit the pillow at night. I could drink it right, and I could go right to sleep.
That's good for the colon.
I don't know what it was good for. It wasn't good for the sugar intake, though. But that was me. I've done it. I did it for years, so you go right on ahead and drown your breakfast bowl joys and sorrows in that. So, Dylan Denmark, good morning.
Good morning, Michael.
Not to be left out, how are things in preparation for the big high school weekend of playoff football?
We got a walkthrough today. We got a charter bus coming to pick us up in Baldwin tomorrow. And we are heading down I-10 West.
Okay, what time's the bus depart?
About 3:45-ish.
Right. So you get to come in here. We'll do a 2-hour preview of Bowles, Bishop Kenny, and Baldwin, the three Bs, the killer Bs.
Yep,
All
that's
right.
it.
Look forward to that tomorrow.
I'll have a whole rundown sheet for you.
Somebody let Tom McManus know. The fourth B would be Bink Saunders, is what Colin Saunders goes by on Twitter, Bink. And he tweeted out about an hour ago the little salute emoji, the prayers emoji, and the peace out emoji, and said it's all love, as Colin Saunders has been released from the Jaguars. I'm guessing it's probably a mutual parting of the ways. You might, I'm telling you, every time he tweets something, I haven't looked yet, but I bet you there are Kansas City fans in his mentions going, come home, come home.
Oh,
they
sure.
love him. They love him in Kansas City.
Well, I don't know if they'll love
They
this
love the version that they had when he was there.
Yeah, just active 2 games for the Jags this year after the trade, which they still probably got more out of him than they would have gotten out of Luke Fortner at this point this year, I think. Because Luke Fortner wasn't making the roster.
No doubt. Right. It was worth a shot, and it didn't work out, so be it. You didn't lose anything in the process.
No draft picks were involved. It was, hey, we'll give you this guy who's not going to make our team for that guy who's not going to make your team.
Right. And we'll take a chance, and it might fit, and so be it. And if it does, by the way, the third, fourth, and fifth responses are praying you get a call from Veach, Brett Veach, the GM. Welcome back home to KC, brother. And KC loves you. Come on home to some good burnt ends, So can't argue with the burnt ends.
I was going to say.
I mean, burnt ends, probably a top 10 food as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, especially there in Kansas City.
In Kansas City. Absolutely. But just well done burnt ends. There are plenty of good barbecue joints in Jacksonville. Don't you be, Don't be stepping all over Jacksonville's barbecue
not at all.
scene,
Not at
D-Rock.
all. Not at all. That is like the mecca of barbecue.
Number one question I got, Tony, this week. Mm-hmm. Why does D-Rock hate Parker Washington?
Oh, here we go.
Why do you hate Parker Washington?
First of all,
what kind of voodoo are you doing on his hamstrings at practice?
Yeah, Mike.
I was throwing darts at it. I knew this was going to come up.
It was coming up this week. He was having a big game this week, he was our Jaguar Radio Network player of the game. I mean, caught the touchdown, had the punt return. He was fantastic, right?
Nasty move on the punt return,
excellent, right? He put the hezzy move on him.
Two guys just fell over.
It was great. So, but I did, in game, I got people going, basically, I don't know, different themes, but thanking you. Like,
You're welcome,
this is in D-Rock's face and what have you.
Oh, wait, there's the camera.
There you go. Right? Make sure you get the right camera aligned with you there. But Parker Washington not practicing yesterday with a hamstring, proving the Jaguars cannot have nice things. What do we know? Do we know anything about this?
No, I don't know the full extent of it yet, but I know that not practicing and not being out there at practice is not a good sign for his availability this week. So they could potentially be lining up with Jacoby Myers, still banged up Brian Thomas Jr., and then some combination of Tim Patrick, Tim Jones, Austin Trammell as the number 3, if Washington's unable to go. Trammell was back there returning punts at practice yesterday, so he'd be the punt returner.
Wouldn't be much different except that you're substituting Parker Washington for Brian Thomas, you're getting hopefully Jacoby Myers a little bit more advanced, with an extra week of reps with Trevor Lawrence. And
yeah, whatever you think the number of targets Jacoby Myers is going to get, I would take the over.
Yeah, we were looking at last year. I don't know if this is career best, but I looked at his game logs from last year. He had a 15-target game. You think that could be threatened this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's his second week in the offense, so probably not.
Yeah,
I'm being facetious,
right.
but he's
7 or 8.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be a significant part of that game plan.
What about Brenton Strange? Do you think he'll make it back on the field this week?
I do think he plays this week, yes, and I think that will make a huge difference in the run game too. And obviously, it's always good when you're missing your safety valve as a quarterback to get that guy back, and maybe that means you look at him a little bit more, maybe than you normally would. So I think it's going to make an impact on the stuff over the middle for sure.
Mike, on the offensive line, no practice for Anton Harrison. What's the level of worry here?
It's not good. Not good. If he's unable to go, Cole Van Lanen, maybe Chuma
Jack of all
Doga.
trades, right? Chuma.
Yeah.
Oh, Chuma. Right now, poor Chuma Doga. He's probably he's trying to make a play, right? I get
Yes.
it. You can't have hands to the face in that circumstance, but he is trying to protect his quarterback. And the shame of it is we've all seen the play 1,000 times. Trevor's already out the door. He's already gone. If you just let him go, he's going
nowhere.
Opposite direction of the quarterback. I know. That's so.
And just if that play isn't called, there's no penalty there. Like he doesn't do that. They got a chance to win the game on a long 60-plus yard
60,
field goal.
61-yarder.
Yeah.
It might have been. I think it was right at 60.
Right,
I think
which
it was
would
at the
be
42.
a chip shot for this kid.
Well,
it seems
certainly
like
we know he has the distance. Right
Correct.
now, you still got to put it through the pipes, and
Correct.
that's not a
Correct.
guarantee.
Yeah, but he's on a hot streak.
Oh,
clearly.
I would have expected him to make it. That doesn't guarantee he makes it. And
Correct.
people say, "Oh, we would have won that game." I know it. Well, you feel that, and you can say that. Nobody can prove you wrong.
Right, and that was a good job by Trevor getting out of there and getting that throw off and to Parker Washington.
I know.
But look, it's not when everything else was going wrong in that fourth quarter for them. Don't expect
but that's the
one
thing.
thing to go right.
That's the difference, though, between pass fail, win lose. If you don't get hands to the face and Cam Little drills that field goal, we're like, you know what? They went to sleep for 3 drives in the fourth quarter, but they woke up in time. It's a completely different experience. You go, well, with that, we put 32 on the board. Granted, on the punt return, one of them, but put 25 on the best defense in the league. And you can spin it. Mentally,
different ways.
You would feel so much better. The fan base would feel so much better. I think there'd be a lot more enthusiasm for this game.
It's so
this
funny
weekend.
to me because they're still 5-4.
Right.
They have
in
a
the playoffs.
winning record in the playoffs if it ended today, and I get a sense that
doesn't feel that way.
No, it just feels like they're 0-9.
Well, look, it's not like if this were week 18, Tony, coming up, people think, all right, you could win it and get in, but I think people are dreading the collapse that they feel coming because they are 1-3 in their last 4, and they've got the Chargers coming in, who are a really good team. And there's some winnable games, but that one was one of those, and you were up 19 against the backup quarterback.
From a fan perspective, it's not nuts to feel the last month of Jaguars football, right? The last 4 times on the field they've been on the field, they have not been great, right? Like they found a way against the Raiders, but it wasn't like you came out of that going, yeah. You came out of it going, ugh, right? They got through it. And that's how it was going to feel a little bit with Houston, but the Houston game was so much bigger. The way they collapsed, though, the way those 2 games before that went, they haven't been good in a month. And now they get to host a playoff team this week. So with all the injury stuff we're talking about happening with the team on top of it, it's just there's not a whole lot of good vibes to find in the fan base right now.
Agreed. All right. Doom has declared in all caps, so it's true and important and well thought out.
I do love Doom, by the way.
KC barbecue is ridiculously overrated, if we're being honest. Shrug emoji. So there you have it.
It's all right.
I've
I
had
like
it. It's
it.
fine.
Yeah,
I think it's good, but I think barbecue's good in plenty of places.
Correct.
Memphis is good.
Correct.
Jacksonville's good.
I'm not a vinegar based.
No.
Like that South Carolina.
No,
style?
I'm not. No. Carolinas don't know what they're doing up there. I'm with you
That was Mike Dempsey who said that.
on that. That's fine.
Okay, good. Good.
That's like the most.
I get enough crap from people for stuff I say.
Anything I say about D-Rock is probably a lie. All right? Let's be
okay,
honest.
thank you. I can live with that.
Play that anytime you like to clarify things. All right, today we have a Chet and Sandy Real Estate question of the day, and it is this. What do you think is the biggest single issue facing the Jacksonville Jaguars for the remainder of the 2025 season? Not beyond this year, just the rest of this year, trying to make a playoff push. They're 5-4. What's the biggest thing, the hurdle, the obstacle that they must overcome if they're going to get to the postseason, maybe advance, who knows? And that could be anything. Left it open-ended for you. It's not a poll. You just tell us what you think that issue is. We'll discuss a bunch of them here today on the program. If you want to be a part of the conversation, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines or on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at the same number. Stream us on YouTube, on X, on Facebook. Look at me with the proper vernacular right there. Or find us at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at ESPN Duraco, and at 1010XL Denmark.
I'd Winnie the Pooh the hell out of that thing.
Hell yeah, you would, baby. All right, here we go. Jaguars Today. D-Rock is in. Breakfast Bowl, hour 2. A lot more coming your way. We'll hear from Trevor Lawrence coming up. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Danny with cooler weather arriving. Now, you know there's nothing like a warm breakfast sandwich in your belly on a chilly morning to get your day kicked off the right way. My friends at Dandy Foods know that. Look, they love me talking about their lunch and dinner options, and they have fantastic ones, but a full breakfast menu, including their newest item, their newest product, the Twin Pack Cinnamon Swirl and Country Sausage. It's ready to go in under a minute. You pop it in the microwave, and when it comes out, you get the sweet first. The salty kicks in. They're delicious, and yes, they're addicting. You get a big hearty portion weighing in at 7 ounces as well. You're going to find them all over Jacksonville at your local Daily store, so pop in and check them out. And yeah, they do have a fantastic selection of sandwiches. I'm partial to that tuna salad. Subs, they've got those. They've got protein packs and veggie trays and light lunchtime wraps. You name it, Dandy's got something for everybody, folks. When you're hungry in Duval, do what I do. Go out and make yours a Dandy. Do it today.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Real fans know there's more to a championship team than offense and defense.
Plus the kicker, honestly, is like one of the most important guys on the team.
Each week, Superior Plumbing spotlights the special teams player of the game on 1010XL.
The halfway point is hit in pro football, and that means the stakes will be even higher the second half of the season. Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet, and it's time to push for the playoffs and time to cash in on the big ball games. Player props, team totals, playoffs galore. And don't forget about Saturday. So many big games. Don't miss out. Get the party started on the Hard Rock Bet app. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Jaguars Today, Thursday, is brought to you by
Cannons of Jacksonville.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
It's kind of like his own private locker, and you're his guest.
Every time we talk, I'm reinvigorated by my love of the game.
Hayes Carline here. Find my blog at 1010XL.com.
Hayes Blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing, where quality and experience count.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.group.com.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors, and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 777-4300.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
Pick it here for Oceanside Cleaners, the very best in dry cleaning service. Free pickup and delivery, or use their self-service kiosk in Ponte Vedra and Southside for drop-off and pickup. Dry cleaning, laundry, bedding, and bridal gown preservation. If it's got fabric, they can clean it. Oceanside Cleaners.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. It's a Mike DeRocco Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
You danced to this one at homecoming with little Susie or whoever, did you? I probably did. Took Ann Renderly to homecoming back in the day. I probably danced to this one with Ann Renderly. Back in 80. It's probably like fall of 85. That would have been something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was graduated 88, so roughly about the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
would have been your sophomore homecoming. I didn't go to homecoming as a sophomore.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
So
I don't think. I don't remember. It was like a long time.
It was a long time
I mean,
ago.
like, what are we... Like,
it was a long time
What did you do 35, 40 years
things
ago?
come up, man. You know, it's kind of stream of consciousness around here.
It is.
Whatever pops into my mind is going to come out of my mouth, generally, sometimes to the detriment of my job security. I don't think I've overstepped that line today, so let's continue on. Not yet. Day's young. All right. Dylan Denmark, fine producer, always ready with a button push. Let's do today's 10-10 take.
10-10 take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
All right, biggest issue facing the Jaguars going forward. I just wanted to get this one in first because I think it's going to come up. It's going to come up on social media. It's going to come up in our discussion. It permeates everything else. And you could call it lack of discipline, lack of focus, mental mistakes, hurting yourself, shooting yourself in the foot. It's the Jags' unforced errors that continue to put them behind the eight ball. They had a chance to win the football game. Mentally, hands to the face penalty, wipes it out. And it's not that's the one glaring one from this game. There are other instances where we saw, was it against the Raiders? Parker Washington, back-to-back big receptions, wiped out due to penalties. Sometimes you're going to have to grab a guy so your quarterback doesn't get killed. But too often times, the Jaguars are making motion penalties, jumping off sides, lining up wrong, things that at this stage of a season should never happen. And I don't mean occasionally happen. I mean never happen. Should never line up wrong. And this has been infecting them the entirety of the season. And do they have physical issues on the lines of scrimmage and lack of production in the pass rush? Absolutely. But I think, Mike and Tony, it's all exacerbated by the fact that they're making it harder. They're starting from a deficit almost every week when you think they're going to make 5 or 6 of these kind of penalties.
Well, I mean, Trayvon Walker hitting the quarterback the way he did, getting a penalty that wiped out a sack. I mean,
I know.
They know you can't do that. He knows he can't do it.
That one just feels like I understand what you're saying.
Right.
With the way the rules are written, you got to play within the rules. That one just felt like a football play to me.
Well, yes, for those of us who remember the way football used to be played, absolutely.
Now, I'm like, what are we talking? Like his face mask. Like I feel like you can hit somebody with your face mask. That's the way I feel. And you know what? Like if you're looking them in the eye and running through a guy, sometimes your face mask is going to bang into the side of their helmet. But
I mean, it's been 3, 4, 5 years since that rule's been in there.
I get it.
I mean, especially if it's head on and the guy sees you coming. Like, that should be an okay play.
I think sometimes I feel like the violence of the play, and it was a violent hit.
Oh,
impacts
I'm surprised
the
he actually
referees.
got up as quickly as he did. I
honestly do. Man, it would have been great.
I was like, oh,
great.
Davis
We could have lost
Mills.
to Graham Mertz then.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Davis Mills be dead.
Yeah. So anyway, I understand your point, and I'm a stickler for the letter of the law, so that's fine. That was one that just did not. I felt for Trayvon.
Right. Like and I kind of feel about the Walker one the way that I feel about the Udoka one. I don't love it, right? Like, I don't love that the penalty happened, but they happen, right? Like, when you're trying to make a football play and something happens and you accidentally, it does feel accidental in both those moments that they stepped over a line, right? So you throw the flag and I go, dang, that's a shame, right? Like, that's how I feel about those. It's when 3 or 4 times a game they're like, you lined up wrong. No. Nonsense.
Illegal
Cut
motion,
it out. Like, it's
illegal
them
shift.
costing themselves with that stuff. I don't mind it if in a play you're trying to make a play and something happens and you get a penalty. That doesn't bother me all that much.
Well, and that's what happens in a game anyway.
Right. But when you're killing yourself before you even get the snap, that's nonsense.
And this team, we've been talking about this for years, since pretty much the second part of 23 when Trevor was injured and what have you. This team does not have the ability to make up for that. Their margin of error is too small. They can't keep overcoming 1st and 15, 1st and 20. It's just not. This team is not equipped to do that. And when you put yourself behind the 8 ball like that consistently, you get what we've seen.
I heard your guy Dan Orlovsky over at ESPN talking about this, and I. What's that?
I said, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which quarterback he was talking about when I first heard him. I'm like, he's talking about Trevor, and he was talking about Jordan Love, and he was saying that their team fears 3rd and 7 so much in protection issues, everything, execution, that first down becomes a case of let's make sure we get a completion at the expense of let's try to make a play, right? Let's get that 3 or 4 yard little catch so it's 2nd and 6 and we can run it for 3 or 4 and we don't have to be 3rd and medium to long. And it's a way of playing scared, you know?
Without question.
And Liam Cohen addressed it, said Trevor needs to cut it loose. Now, you got to call plays like that too. So I'm assuming if he's saying Trevor needs to cut it loose, that he's saying I'm calling some plays and there's some yardage being left out on the field.
Yeah, without question there is. And you can point to you go all the way back to the San Francisco game. They had a bunch of deep shots called for Travis Hunter, and they were there. And Trevor, for whatever reason, didn't throw it. And, John Shipley showed me this play the other day. Love me some John Shipley, by the way. Former
Shout out Ship.
Clay County brother. Good job. I didn't see the play on the All-22, but he had De'Ami Brown down the field in the seam, and it looks like from the film and all that other stuff that he was staring right at him. Safety was sliding over to deal with, I think, Parker Washington or wherever it was. And it's an open throw. It's an easy throw. It may be a touchdown, but at worst, they're inside the 10 is where it ends up. And he just didn't make the throw. And that's the one where he bailed out of the pocket, rolled left, and then still tried to hit De'Ami inside the 5 right there on the sideline. That was incomplete. You know what I mean? Like, that's what has to happen when you see it, throw it. But cut it loose doesn't always mean got to cut it loose on this 30-yard throw.
And it doesn't mean throw it into double or triple coverage on the goal line when the play's not there.
No.
But what do you think this stems from, Mike? Is this that Trevor had some of these end zone, red zone interceptions, and it got beat into him, hey, protect the football at all costs? And he's trying to break free of that mentality? I think that's a large part of it, because that's all we heard, even after 2022. Got to cut down the fumbles. Got to stop turning the ball over. 60 more, most of the NFL since he got in the league, blah, blah, blah. Same thing in 23. Heard the same thing in 23. Same thing going into 24. Don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over. I mean, when you hear that, you're naturally going to be a little bit hesitant at times, which you can probably also say not trust what you see a little bit. I think sometimes, too, there may be a little bit of
if the first read is open, just go there. You don't have to always go to to look at the second read to see if it's better. You know what I mean? Like if they have a better situation. If the first read is that and it's open, fire it. That, I think, is part of it as well.
I think there were a lot of the turnover comparisons that were made between Trevor Lawrence and Josh Allen.
Yes.
Right? Like that kind of thing was a common conversation that people were having. I think Josh Allen had the benefit of not coming into the league as the kind of prospect and player that Trevor Lawrence was. So every time Josh screwed up, the whole world wasn't like, well, what? This guy's the guy's not supposed to ever do that. He was never supposed to do that, ever. Like, that's what you had in your head, right? Josh never had that. And I do think they allowed Josh to play through turnover frenzy stuff that he was doing, but it's like, but he makes plays. Let him be himself. Let him continue to just go make the plays. And I do feel like the way that it's been told and taught to Trevor Lawrence for the last 3 years has basically been protect, protect, protect. And now they got to get to a point where the coach has to come out and say, just go, right? Like, we're done with that.
Right.
If we have a turnover, we'll deal with the turnover, but we need you. Whatever we're doing right now is not allowing the offense to function at the level we need it to function at. So you got to let it go. I don't even know what that's going to look like with the options they're going to have on the field here in the short term, but it's past time for somebody to tell Trevor Lawrence, man, if you make a mistake, we'll deal with it. Like, it's past time for that kind of thing to be part of the mindset for Trevor Lawrence, because he is a uniquely talented thrower of the ball. Like, he's got that. Let that show up and try to make a difference in a game from time to time. It just isn't showing up the way they need it to.
All right, let's go to the phones for the first time this morning at 641-1010. If you want to put forth a nominee or just a suggestion for what the biggest issue facing the Jaguars for the rest of the season is, you're certainly welcome to it. 641-1010. Darren going to be in first today on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Darren.
Good morning, guys. And by the way, I will put my barbecue up against anyone. I'll start off with that.
Okay, I've had your barbecue. It's very good.
I have not.
Well,
I'll have to get you some, Mark. I'll get you some, Dylan. Hey, you know, my concern is I would really love to know, I don't know what the lowest amount of drops are in the NFL, but I know we lead the league with 38. And I would love to know how the offense, and we won't know the answer to this, but I wish we somehow could see what those, if we had a 30 or 32 of those were catches, how that would have changed the outcome of the drive or continued the drive, built confidence in Trevor. But my number one concern is this pass rush, because Josh Allen got paid. Josh Allen got paid. Now Trayvon Walker is fixing to be looking for a contract, and I'm very concerned. That is my concern for the rest of the year. If we don't get that right, if we can't get to the quarterback, our season's over, guys.
All right, I appreciate it. Let's take a break because we're up against our clock here. We'll come back. Let's discuss those points that Darren brought up. If you want to bring up your own, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
Hey, Jacksonville, it's Dan Hicken with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings. Better play, better results.
I'm Brendan from Checkmate Coatings. Our precision coatings make your floors the MVP of any space.
Slam dunk your floors at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
You're locked into Jaguars Today Thursday with Cannons of Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Watch football this season in downtown Duval at Pour Tap Room Jacksonville. 2 floors, 15 TVs, a giant projector, 80 self-pour taps of ice-cold craft beer, wine and cocktails, plus a full bar. Wings, burgers, and more, and pizza delivered to your table from Pizza Dynamo. Downtown at Laura and Forsyth. Pour Tap Room Jacksonville, a beer festival every day.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
There are three certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,700 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before the holidays and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. 18-month financing is available. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Truth Teller here, and I've solved all of your holiday problems and stress. A gift card from the Blue Crab Crab House. Get this, you buy a $50 gift card, and you get an additional $15 card for free. It's that simple, and as always at the Blue Crab Crab House, the best crabs in Jacksonville, oysters and seafood, period. Blue Crab Crab House, open every day except for Monday, off of San Jose on Jewington Creek Road.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
All right, D-Rock in the house here with us. If you want to bring up an issue that you think faces the Jags, it's going to be the hardest one to overcome. We'd love to discuss. And as many have mentioned, some of the things that Darren just brought up, the pass rush we will get to, the drops, an issue as well. And you could put that into mental focus if you wanted to. You could look at that a number of ways. Drops are a tricky thing to track, right? Every source, Mike, ESPN has the Jags with like 20 drops, right?
20, league high 20, and Seattle and Philly, a league low 2. But, and I'm not criticizing the way they do it by any stretch of the imagination. They're probably a little bit more stringent on what they define as a drop, because the way we all look at it, like, if that ball hits you in the hands, you got to catch it.
Right.
As long as you're not reaching behind your back and it hits you in your hands. You know what I mean?
Tyrone Prothrow. Didn't he do one of those?
Yeah, we caught it over.
Or around somebody else's back.
So, my thing would be I mean, if I went back and tracked it in what I would consider a drop, I'd have them over 30 without question.
I've heard the number 38 bandied about as well. Okay, so I don't know what source he's using for drops. Warren Sharp.
But it's bad. Regardless of whatever source, it's bad.
Right. Here's what he put out from Sharp Football Analysis 2 days ago. The excuse for Trevor Lawrence has been drops. If you remove all the drops, again, according to Sharp's numbers.
So are you adding the completion into that, or are you just taking those plays out?
I'm assuming you're making those completions. I don't know, though. If you just remove, that's a good question, because if you're just removing the drops, that's one thing.
That means you're taking 38
Right. Am I getting
away.
credit for am I just taking 38 attempts off the top, or am I getting credit for completing? I would think it actually helps you more if you just take the 38 attempts off the top. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Regardless, whatever methodology he used and applied, he claims if you remove all the drops, Trevor Lawrence still ranks 25th in accuracy. What is that? And then completion percentage?
That would be the only way I would describe accuracy.
I would guess, right, what he's talking about. 27th in EPA per attempt, meaning expected points added per attempt. It's like a complex formula based on, it's like you watch on ESPN, the graph, the percentage likelihood of win probability, right? Every play impacts that.
Moves it, yes.
It goes up and down. Like, you complete a pass for 17 yards, you tick up by 0.2 or whatever, right? So something like that. Number 29 in completion. Okay, number 25 in accuracy. Number 29 in completion rate. If you took out all the drops, he'd be completing 65%. 30 in touchdown to interception ratio, 34th in touchdown rate. So,
like I said in the break, what does that also factor into? Are they counting the catch? And it also, there's no way to take into account what would have happened after the catch.
Right.
Because
maybe Etienne fumbles it on the next play.
Fourth down catch against the Bengals, or fourth down play against the Bengals, Brian Thomas drops. Well, maybe 3 plays later they score a touchdown.
Or maybe they punt. Or whatever.
Right,
Kick
yeah.
a field goal
A third down drop kills a drive. You don't know what could have happened after that. So those numbers in a vacuum, I mean, that stat's in a vacuum. Like, trying to factor in the drops and what would have happened doesn't make a lot of sense to me because you just don't know the rest. And I'm not defending Trevor on that.
No.
I
get it.
I just don't know how you measure. If they caught all of those, well, if there was a drop that happened against Cincinnati after De'Ami Brown dropped the ball in the end zone, that play would never have happened. The second drop.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
It's hard to kind of factor it in.
But a drop in the end zone would have led to 6
Correct.
points,
Correct.
So, right. Look, it's clear Trevor's had drop issues in his receiving core this year. And
ever since he's been in the league.
Okay, but particularly this year. I mean, they're number one in the league, right?
They were number one last year, too, I believe.
Okay, but that really doesn't have any bearing on, what they're trying to get accomplished now. But regardless, it doesn't make it, like, you can't just say, well, if they caught all those balls, well, what if they caught all the balls that Kansas City's dropped or Buffalo's dropped? And
if you go back, based on our system, we go back, and since Trevor Lawrence entered the league, he's had the most drops of any quarterback. It's like 121 as of a couple of weeks ago. The number 2 guy is Mahomes, and he's right behind him. It's like within 7 drops. Mm-hmm. So does that mean Mahomes sucks?
He throws it too hard.
Well, okay. Either way.
He must.
That's
what I hear.
So if you factor
what's the common denominator? Must throw it too hard.
If you factor in all of those drops or take those drops out for Mahomes, hell, they may have 7 Super Bowl championships right now.
Maybe.
At this point.
By the way, same Warren Sharp yesterday posting about sack differential.
Ooh.
Okay? Meaning how many you're producing versus how many you're giving up. So it's not just an indictment of the pass rush. It's an indictment of the pass rush and the protection together.
Which the quarterback factors into.
Last 5 games, Jags are minus 18, meaning opponents have 18 more sacks than the Jags have produced. No other team is worse than minus 12. So you're a full 50% worse than the next worst team in the league in that category. And their offense is number 31 in expected points added during their passing offense during that span, ahead of only the Jets, who threw for just like 60 yards this week.
I'm not a mathematician, but that doesn't sound good.
I do tend to agree with Darren. Lack of pass rush, biggest on-field issue for this team moving forward. We'll discuss.
It's hard to differentiate 2 or 3 of the issues because they're so bad and so glaring. But
and they're
that
tied
would
together.
That would get the slight lead for me as well.
Yeah, look, injuries in the secondary or poor performance in the secondary, however you want to talk about it, the secondary is not playing up to snuff. And, there are some legitimate reasons for it. And other times you just got to say, look, these are who you have. You got to play better. And so it's all interrelated. But that, to me, would be the one biggest just actual X's and O's kind of on the field performance thing, other than the mental glaring issues, which I think top the list. Let's get Bruce in North Jacksonville next up here on Jaguars Today. Bruce, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How you all?
All right. What's up?
There was I think some multiple reasons for the Jaguars, but I think Trevor Lawrence is the main reason. I think mental toughness Trevor doesn't have. He just doesn't have. You can't compare him to someone like a Baker Mayfield or Josh Allen or Mahomes. Those guys are mentally tough. Trevor doesn't have it. My wife commented when he first came here, and he got off the plane or whatever it was he got off, and she said, he flips his hair. I don't know about this one, the way he's doing his hair. So I think I don't. And to also, what's his incentive now? What is the incentive for him to win? He's already paid him.
All right. So what is the incentive of any athlete who's been paid? What's Mahomes' incentive?
They want to win.
Oh, well,
exactly.
So, all right. Thanks, Bruce. So everyone wants to win but Trevor. Got it. And he flips his hair. So Bruce's wife has declared that he is not a competitor because he flips his hair. I mean, look, if you're going to say that Trevor has no incentive to win, then neither does Mahomes.
Yeah.
Or neither does Jalen Hurts or anyone else who's been paid. So that's ridiculous. You don't get to be as successful as Trevor Lawrence doesn't have the same persona as some of these other guys, right? But I mean, this I don't know.
We're having a discussion today about what the issues are with the team right now and what we expect them to be for the rest of the season. And I'm okay with Trevor Lawrence being somewhere in that discussion, right? He's not going to lead the discussion for me. I think it's okay if he does lead the discussion for somebody else, but you don't have to make up the reasons for it. He flips his hair.
He flips his hair and he has no incentive to win because he's been anyone who's ever been paid has any incentive to win. I mean, come on.
I just think get past the flips his hair.
All right. Let's take a time out here. And again, you're right. Trevor's not above reproach.
No.
But the way he carries himself, to me, is so far down the list of...
Did he not look like a player that wanted to win against Kansas City?
Did he not look like a player? Was he mentally tough when they played the Chargers in the playoffs? And yeah, he dug the hole, but he helped them climb right out of it too.
Absolutely.
I mean, look, there are plenty.
I think he flipped his hair at some point during that.
Was he mentally tough when he found Parker Washington and what would have set up a game-winning field goal try?
Yeah.
And then the penalty wiped out the play. I mean,
he's had 3 of those drives so far this year. Would have been a 4th if the penalty didn't happen. Potentially this week, right? It could have been that kind of year, but
I'm not saying.
Okay.
And by the way, it's different between making mental mistakes and being mentally tough. Mentally tough to me is you're gonna fold and you're not gonna try and you're gonna woe is me. That I don't get that sense from him at all.
If he was not mentally tough when he hit the ground the first time after getting his foot stepped on against the Chiefs, he curls into a ball and waits for someone to tag him down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Good point.
Yeah, that's a not mentally tough guy.
All right. So anyway, Bruce, appreciate you. Entitled to your say.
We all saw.
We're entitled not to agree.
We know what
with
that
it.
looks like.
All right, we got to take a time out. Come back. More of your thoughts on the other side here. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL. 1010XL brings you the orange and blue.
And he's loose.
The Gators march into Mississippi with a battle plan to tame the Rebels.
Broken tackle, still on his feet.
Florida, Ole Miss, Saturday at 7 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL.
Gators!
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
Jaguars Today Thursday is hitched to Cannons of Jacksonville for all your towing needs.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow, mirrors cut exactly to your style, fogged or broken glass replaced, decorative tabletops, windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval!
Drafted by the Jags, built by the Gators, Chris Doran joins the drill with Dan and Jeff to talk college football with you. Tuesday mornings at 7:20 on 1010XL. Protected by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl. Made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, GarageDoor911.com.
There's lots of reasons to use Kuhn Flowers when you need to send floral arrangements. This is RJ with 1010XL. No matter what the reason or the occasion, Kuhn Flowers delivers with only the best. Log on to KuhnFlowers.com and make someone's day.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at MillerCareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. It's a Mike DeRocco Thursday on Jaguars Today.
Now, you all just heard me ask Dylan Denmark. He goes, I got the perfect song.
Yeah.
All right? I said, will I know this song? He goes, oh, yeah.
You don't know this song.
What do you think? I know this song? Like, I can hear the lyrics. I flip my hair back and forth. Where do you think I might have come across this song, Denmark?
I have no idea. Maybe a movie that you watched with your kid
movie.
15 years ago?
Is that how old this is?
I have no idea.
All right.
Let me see.
If you don't have any idea.
Yeah, this is an older song.
I got no prayer. So, I wonder if Trevor Lawrence flipped his hair when he was winning that national title at Clemson, beating Nick Saban's crew down as a freshman. I'm guessing he probably did. That's my guess, though. I can't recall specifically a specific hair flip at the time. Let's move on, shall we? Look, and again, Trevor Lawrence is not above criticism, not above reproach. He's part of the problem. We talked about this before the show. It fascinates me. It continues to fascinate me. I know it's a polarizing position. It's the most, important position in sports, in American team sports and all that. But there's such a camp of, man, you guys don't understand that Trevor, it's not his fault. Everything around him is terrible. Nothing is Trevor's fault. And
we just had the drops conversation.
To it's all Trevor's fault, right? It's not either one of those things, man.
It's never one reason.
No.
But everybody wants to make it just one reason.
It would make it easy to fix.
Right. And it makes it easier to understand if you convince yourself it's one reason.
Yeah. They all contribute to it, right? I mean, he's missed his share of passes. That pick looks a beautiful play by Stingley. It was behind Austin Trammell.
Yep.
You got to throw it out in front of him, and maybe Austin Trammell doesn't catch it, but you can't turn it over there. You got a chance to get 3 before the half. That's Liam Cohen said. Got to learn to choke him out. That's offense and defense, and special teams with more, I guess, your coverage, but what have you. All right, let's go more on the Trevor front. Again, we're talking about, what do you think is the biggest single issue facing this team? If you think it's Trevor Lawrence, I don't think that is unreasonable to have that conversation.
No.
It's just the idea
as long as you don't think it's the only.
Right, and our last caller just saying, Trevor has no incentive to win now because he's been paid. So I hope you don't expect the team to sign anybody in free agency next year and pay them, because what incentive would they have then to perform?
Yeah. There are football reasons to feel that way. If you're going to have that as your stance, just present the football reason, please, for why you feel that way about it.
All right. Chris on the South Side next up here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Chris.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Very well. What's up?
All right, so I would like to say that our biggest issue is inconsistency on all levels. Whether it's Trevor, whether it's the offensive line, whether it's the run game, there's always some type of inconsistency week to week. And unfortunately, we have a very inconsistent quarterback who doesn't help when it comes to that either. So that's pretty much my take, because it's not always on Trevor.
No, it's fair. I mean, look, I think that goes to
legit.
What my point was, which is the mental lapses and letdowns. And you're going to have – nobody runs it out there every week. I mean, rare. Like the Patriots in 2007, right? They were dominating every single week. That doesn't happen in the NFL, right? It's you got to win ugly. And if you're going to win a bunch of games, you're going to win some of them ugly. And you are going to have inconsistencies. And guess what? If the hands to the face is not called and Cam Little kicks a 60-yard walk-off, we're having a celebratory week around these parts. It's the difference between one play that was made and one play that might have been made, and it's a completely different feeling and outcome and result. And because at the end of the day, then you can learn from that, you can pack it away, and it doesn't have to infect you going forward. Now, it might, because you might have that be part of your DNA, some of the mistakes that you're making, but you have the opportunity to overcome it with a 6-3 record instead of a 5-4 record. And that's the plus minus pass fail nature of the NFL.
And I think that reflects the conversation we've been having for a while now regarding what is the Jaguars' identity. I don't think they're doing anything consistently enough to have any kind of identity.
No.
Right? So there's nothing to cling on to. It's like, this is who we are. This is what we do. I think they've expressed things that they want to have as their identity, but they don't do anything consistently enough right now outside of those stupid penalties.
The first part of the season, creating turnovers was the identity.
It was.
Right? And
that's a hard one to sustain, and they haven't been able to.
It's a hard one to sustain if you don't have a consistent pass rush. Yeah. And so the ball will find you sometimes. It'll find you in abundance for stretches. And I'm not saying that it was all luck or fluke, or they made plays. They made good plays. But right now, you get a couple of injuries. You don't have depth. You got Trayvon Walker playing, limited with less than 2 full hands of grasping ability. Josh Hines-Allen not playing like a $35 million a year, whatever the number is, edge rusher. All these things add up. Chris, appreciate the call. John on the west side is next on Jaguars Today. Good morning, John.
Good morning, gentlemen. A couple quick questions for D-Rock. With average players, first-time coach, first-time GM, should we, tamper down our expectations for this year? And at what point does the franchise finally say, look, we've given this guy everything we can, and he's just not our guy? I just want to get your opinion on those two things, and I'll take your comments off the air. Love the show, gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't say tamper expectations down. I just think your expectations that you had at the beginning of the season should still be your expectations for this team. I thought they were a 7-win team. Now, the 4-1 start made everybody lose their mind and think, oh, look at this. This team's way better than I thought.
But should you not change your expectations? Should you not say, if we can beat Mahomes on Monday Night Football, we should be able to eat Davis Mills' ass at 1 o'clock on a Sunday?
Correct. Yes, that changes. But the bottom line is, this is still a team with a limited roster, okay, with issues at quarterback, with a first-year head coach that won 4 games last year. And they basically tried to flip half the roster. Okay, so expectations do change throughout the season, but the bottom line is this team was not going to win a division. This team was not going to go to the playoffs and make a run to the AFC title game, even after that 4-1 start.
Why couldn't it win the division?
Based on this roster and the issues they have, I did not see this team as a team that could win the division. I thought they were. Look, if they finish at 7-10, okay, that's still a good season based on what they're dealing with, where they are, and where they came from. With a first-time head coach, with a first-time defensive coordinator, with the roster limitations that they have, with all the injuries they've gone through, and the lack of production from some of their big-time key players. I still think if the end of the season at 7-10, that's where I thought they'd be. That's a step up. It doesn't change, rarely changes in the NFL like that.
Granted, but that's if you're looking at it from just the off-season point of view. You're allowed to look at it from the point of view that we should have been 5-0 if the refs don't blow a pass interference call. And to go from 5-0 potentially, or 4-1 earned, to winning 7, that means something went wrong.
Correct. But if you exist in expectations varying wildly every week, then you're going to be miserable.
I don't think it was very widely every week. I think by the time you had built to, hey, we won on the road against San Francisco, we beat Kansas City in dramatic, in a game where you had to have some heart and not, correct, and show up in the fourth quarter. I don't think it's unreasonable. I don't think people just snap their fingers after beating Carolina and saying, oh, yeah, we got this.
Well, I'll say this. We all talked about it. The 13 or 14 turnovers in the first 4 or 5 games, whatever it was. We're not sitting here none of us said, well,
they're going to average.
Yeah, they're going to average 2.5 a game. We knew it was going to stop and dry up at some point, and that's what it was. And we can talk about Trevor, after the break a little bit? Do we have a break?
we got to take a break. We'll come back with more thoughts on all these things. Good. There's more than one issue facing the Jags, but we're looking for the one you think is the biggest thing. You can get your thoughts on Trevor in on the other side, Mike. As hour 1 in the books, you're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Injuries on the playing field can affect a team's place in the standings.
It's part of the game, though, rehab.
Listen for the Farah and Farah Injury Update.
Jacksonville, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Jaguars Today Thursday is towed by Cannons of Jacksonville.
Craving tacos? Take advantage of the amazing lunch specials at One Night Taco Stand. Get bold flavors and bang for your buck with the Taco Trio. Choose any 3 tacos for just $10.99. If you're looking for a Taco Tuesday special every day, then look no further than One Night Taco Stand. 3 Jacksonville locations: Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows.
It's hurricane season. Find out what you need to know about the Canes on the Performance Painting Hurricane Report.
I'm JJ LaSelva, and I'll keep you close to Coral Gables.
Proudly protected by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve on 1010XL.
I'm Elizabeth Graham, Army veteran and owner of Bright Star Care of Ponte Vedra, West Jacksonville. Veterans caring for veterans, that's where the true understanding begins. Our nurse-led team brings skilled nursing, personal care, and companionship to veterans, seniors, adults, and children right in your home. From daily tasks to advanced care, we help your loved ones stay independent and comfortable at home. Call us anytime at 904-709-4446. Bright Star Care, a higher standard.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass, and he told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Gated communities, homeowners associations, secure corporate centers. When you need a full-line fence company capable of any size job, you need to think about Duval Fence. They've got the latest and greatest in gate operators and access control systems. Security is huge these days, and you want a gate that operates smoothly, around the clock, every time you hit the button. Count on a company that's been serving Duval and the First Coast for decades. That's Duval Fence. For the latest in gate operators, commercial or residential, check out Duval Fence.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
Jacksonville, hunting season is here, and nobody gears you up like Green Acres Sporting Goods, home of the largest archery pro shop in Northeast Florida. They've got everything for all seasons: archery, black powder, and general gun season. Green Acres is a fully stocked Browning dealer with ammo, accessories, and safes. Don't miss out on Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday, happening now through the end of the year. Gear up today at greenacresporting.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Now's the perfect time to order logo coffee mugs or maybe a logoed Sick brand tumbler. They're seriously ice cold and look great with your company logo. Hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
You've got a circle of friends, right? Well, how about a circle of beer? All your favorites like Bud Light, Bud Heavy, Mick Ultra, or Natty Light. It's all there in the cold case at Circle K. Probably one right around the corner right now calling your name. Slide on in to a Circle K.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Baker Glass. The Jacksonville Jaguars are reportedly releasing one of their veteran defensive tackles, according to Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network. The Jaguars are releasing Colin Saunders. The Jags acquired Saunders during the preseason in a trade with New Orleans that sent Luke Fortner to the Saints. Saunders has appeared in only 2 games this season, in weeks 1 and 10. In Jacksonville's other 7 games, he was a healthy scratch. Right now, 68 degrees at 11:03, time and 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. It's a Mike DeRocco Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
All right, D-Rock has flown the coop. He's had enough of us. He'll be back here in a second. Actually, as we get into hour 2, Breakfast Bowl coming up, we'll get D-Rock's thoughts on, I guess, the way the question was posed. At what point did the Jags say, enough is enough? I'm tired of this. Can't win with this guy. I don't think that's anywhere close to the reality of the situation. But we'll let D-Rock weigh in on that. Maybe, right. Like, I'm pretty sure when Liam Cohen got the job, he understood the implications of the contract with Trevor Lawrence well, anyway, we'll let D-Rock say his piece on that in a moment. Let's get Rodney calling all the way from New England right now on Jaguars Today. What's up, Rodney?
Hey, fellas, good morning. I was actually just calling to say that I think the biggest issue that we've had all year has really been the pass rush and the lack thereof. I think when we look back at some of the games that we played earlier in the year, like the Bengals game, you saw Trey Hendrickson make plays when plays were needed during that game. Even with the Raiders game, you saw Max Crosby step up and make big plays. And if we're paying Josh Allen to play like one of those elite players, when the game's on the line, or even when we're up big, I think it should be expected for him to make some of those plays from time to time. So I think for me, that's really been the biggest disappointment of this team. Trevor, of course, has to play better, but you can't pin that all on him if you have no pass rush and if the defense allows people to come back. But that's pretty much all that I have to say. and I'll just take it off the air.
All right. I mean, well discussed, and add that voice to the pile. I think we all agree. I mean, pass rush is a major issue for this team. 12 sacks is what they have right now. Ironically tied with the Ravens and the 49ers, two teams more recently known for their defense. Oftentimes the 49ers have had a balanced team, and I get Lamar Jackson's an MVP level player and all that. Out. Nick Bosa is out. But the 12 sacks on the season, the Denver Broncos have almost 4 times as many. They have 46 sacks on the season. Then it's a fall off. 46.
Yeah.
Next closest team has 32.
At least early in the year, these guys were getting pressure. Even that's dried up, right? Like, it's been a while since they've gotten even anything happening up front for the football. Basically, when Trayvon got the hand injury, it stopped. Like, whatever they had, it just evaporated. Now, maybe he gets 2 hands that are functional again, and it comes right back. I don't know. We won't know until we get that from Trayvon Walker. But they did. They at least pressured quarterbacks early on in the season. Josh Hines-Allen had to play the pressure that won them a game against Houston the first time around. It's not like it's had no impact to this point this season, but it certainly hadn't shown up in the last month of the year.
No. All right, D-Rock, welcome back.
Thank you.
To the studio. The question as posed to you was something along the lines of, at what point does this administration, Jaguars coaching staff, front office, just realize Trevor's not the guy, right? Which presupposes that he is not the guy, and that they just have not realized that yet, right? I mean, that's what the question is asking.
Correct.
From the caller's point of view, he believes Trevor's not the guy, so he is waiting for the Jaguars to catch up and realize that, and would like you to put a date on when that will occur.
Look, Trevor's not going anywhere after this year, and he's not going anywhere after 26 either. They're married to him. I shouldn't say that. They're married to him for the next 2 seasons, the 25 and 26 season. Okay.
So season and a half.
So yes, right. So look, I looked up some numbers. If you cut him after this season, it's $116 million in dead. You trade him pre-June 1, it's $51 million in dead. And that just assumes you're going to find someone who wants to trade for him. And if he's as bad as you think he is, or you say he is,
then what is the market for him?
What is the market for him? You're going to trade that guy for a second or a third round pick?
And then what's your plan?
Correct.
Because you don't have a first round pick.
Right. Who's your quarterback? Where are you getting a quarterback from?
It's not, according to the pundits, not a great year for quarterbacks next year.
And you would have to give up a lot to move up into the first round to get one.
And then have basically nothing else in the draft.
Yeah. So
on a team that has holes.
Your free agent quarterbacks would be what? Available this spring. Kirk Cousins you could probably grab a hold of. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's no other options, okay? Sometimes you got to dance with the girl you brought to the dance because everyone else is uglier than she is. I guess if I can mix some metaphors there or whatever.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Yes,
but I mean,
I'm
like,
stuck with you, honey, but
right.
that means you're less homely than they are.
Correct. I mean, I don't know. Like, we got to get rid of Trevor. You got to get rid of Trevor. Okay, well, then what are you going to do?
Right, and keep this in mind, too. All right, Jags were said to be the runners-up to Dallas in trying to trade for Quinnen Williams.
Right.
All right, so I don't know how close that margin was, but what I read was that when Dallas agreed to give the higher of their 2 first-round picks in 2028, because they have Green Bay's each of the next couple of years, that was the thing that sealed the deal. Like, they could, which to me indicated that the Jags were right there ready to give up a second and a first. And that they're like, well, Dallas, they want to give him the lower pick. No, we'll give you the higher, whichever one turns out to be higher, and they're betting that will be a better pick than Jacksonville's will be. At least that's the way I read it. They had to at least have been in that kind of ballpark for Dallas to get to agree to commit to that, right? Like, hey, if you don't do this, we'll take the other offer. So if the Jags were willing to potentially trade a second rounder next year and a first rounder the year after that, they can't even be thinking about, like, getting another direction at quarterback.
No.
You won't have the resources to do it.
No. That's the thing that people don't take into consideration, and I understand that to a degree. But Trevor's not the guy. We got to move on. Okay.
What's your plan? Nick Mullins?
Yeah, you're rolling with Nick Mullins?
I'm looking at the free agent quarterbacks next year. Daniel Jones, which we'll see if the Colts get something done there.
That ain't happening.
Aaron Rodgers.
Not happening.
Joe Flacco.
Not happening.
Russell Wilson.
God, not happening.
Those are the 4 I see listed in a top 100 free agents next year.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 2 guys who are 40, right? And Daniel Jones, I would imagine they're going to try to do everything they can to bring him back.
Right. I mean, at the very worst.
I think that's why they make the Sauce Gardner trade.
At the very worst, they'll franchise tag him.
Exactly.
Likely.
You don't have other options, so you're going to have to deal with this is who you have. Make it work. That's essentially where they are. We got to make this work. Because this is who we have, and we don't have any other options.
All right, there you have it. So again, I get frustration, man. I really do, and you know, because I feel frustrated as well. But it's the reality of if you think they're just going to wake up and go, hey man, we'll scrap this and go with a whole new plan. I'm pretty sure Liam Cohen and James Gladstone knew about the financial commitment to Trevor Lawrence. Now, can you opt to take a massive dead cap hit and punt on a season? Maybe. But I don't think that's what – I think Shad Khan is, like, past that. He wants to be building towards the opening of that stadium in 2028. And he doesn't want to be like, we're just going to take a year and flush it. And
well, if they were going to do it, I think it would be in 27 when they're not even playing here. Right, like that would be the year that they maybe do something crazy like that, but I think it's not even a consideration until then.
All right. Thank you for the call. Always, look, it's interesting discussion. Again, we don't have to agree with you. We welcome the points that you bring up. And today's question today asking you what's the biggest single issue facing this team for the remainder of the season. We'll roll through some of your responses to that on social media a little bit later on the hour. We got the Breakfast Bowl coming up on the other side. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. Got a simple challenge for you, all right? Go stand next to your windows inside. If you feel a cool draft, you need Pella. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that with energy-efficient windows that'll keep the drafty air out and save you money every single month. And how does 0% interest for 60 months now? That's right. 5 years of interest-free payments. Go to PellaJacks.com, schedule a free home energy checkup. That's PellaJacks.com, or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows and tell them you heard my challenge here on 1010XL.
Jaguars Today, Thursday.
Brought to you by Cannons of Jacksonville. When the defense delivers, victories pile up.
This is where you find out what you're made of on defense.
Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game.
Down he goes!
On 1010XL, Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Want a fresh and flavorful tailgate this season? Chicken Salad Chick has scratch-made Southern-style chicken salad perfect for lunch, parties, and your tailgate. Order 3 ways at one of 4 area locations. Call 1-833-MY-CHICK or online at chickcatering.com.
Here's hoping for a raise-the-roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Jaguars Today.
You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service.
Frank Frangie here to tell you about the coolest new thing, a putting green in my backyard that my friends at Sunshine Turf installed. Sunshine Turf can do the same for you. They'll come to your house, they'll create a custom design for your space, and you'll have an authentic golf course experience right in your own backyard. I freaking love it. Sunshine Turf is family owned and they made the process so simple. So visit sunshineturf.info or call them at 904-383-0243 and get a free quote today for your own putting green. Get it from Sunshine Turf.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active. reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
Get the real story from people who know the beautiful game best. The Coaches Show, presented by Sporting Jacks with Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburton, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacy Ballum. Tuesday nights at 6
on 1010 a.m.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,700 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before the holidays and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. 18-month financing is available. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Not sure what to get him this holiday? You can't go wrong with a gift from Untuck It. Every guy wants to unwrap our best-selling, wrinkle-free, and performance styles. From polished shirts for holiday parties to cozy layers for family photos, you'll find everything he needs to look sharp and feel comfortable all day and night. So, get a head start on your holiday gift list. Early holiday sale happening now. Find the perfect gift for everyone on your list at untuckit.com and more than 80 stores worldwide. Untuck It. Shirts designed to be worn, untucked.
This football season, make Hurricane Grill and Wings your game day getaway. Sip on handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita or enjoy an ice-cold Bud Light. Game day drink specials are here all season. Find a location near you at hurricanewings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beautiful people all across the world. Let's get ready for the Breakfast Bowl Challenge!
Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
All right, thank you to our intro voicers there, including Emmanuel Thalorand. It is time for the Breakfast Bowl. 10 weeks down, 8 weeks to go. We are past the midway point. Tony Smith, how did last week go, and where do things stand?
Yeah, Dempsey, you won the week, 92.48. Dylan second, 90.74. D-Rock third, 87.74. So tied at the top, and then me bringing up the rear, 71.9 on the week. That's why I brought breakfast. D-Rock leading on the year, 612.7.
Boo.
Dylan second, 606.45.
Boo.
Dempsey third, 604.4.
Yeah!
And
Coming on.
I'm last, 553.29.
Yeah, baby.
It's a close battle
600
at the
club.
top.
Isn't that what they used to have on TV? Oh, that's a 700 club. All right,
We'll get there soon.
We'll try to get there this week.
Yeah.
All right, so the draft order based on those fine results from last week. Tony Smith bats leadoff. D-Rock will be second. Dylan Denmark, then myself. Drafting a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and a flex, not a super flex. It is PPR scoring. And, of course, the game is once you take a player, you cannot use them again for the entirety of the year. Once a player is selected, nobody else can have that player that week. If you draw an ineligible name, we will mock you and give you a big fat 0 for the week. I have offered Dylan a single dollar to draft any singer-songwriter today instead of a football player. And we'll see if he takes me up on it.
Thanks,
all right?
but no thanks.
All right, Tony Smith, who would you like?
Ashton Genty.
Ashton Genty. Pretty sure I'd already used him.
You have.
I had, so there we go. That one doesn't hurt you, boy. What do you got, D-Rock?
What do I have? What do
you know?
We are consulting the list.
First time looking at it this week?
No, we're going to go with a Thursday nighter.
Ooh!
Travion Henderson.
Yes, my boy right there. got me 28 last week.
No other guy.
Travion Henderson.
Yep, the other guy's not playing. I don't want to say a name just in case anything goes wrong.
I hear what you're saying. Right. The other guy's not playing, and the other guy is questionable to play tonight. So don't hate it.
Smell a 50-point game from
at
this
all.
kid.
Also, couldn't have been taken by me. So my list is intact. What do you got, Dylan Denmark?
Joshua Jacobs.
I knew he was going to do it.
Running back.
We were the only two who could
Green
have
Bay
it.
Packers.
I appreciate the contribution that young man made on Monday
Man,
night
shut
to get
up.
me out of last place going into that game.
Man, shut up. I'm with Dylan.
Some nastiness. Week 11, and we got nasty.
I honestly was glad because the more Tony Smith can buy breakfast, the better for all of us. Give me the heater of heaters right now.
Ooh.
Matt Stafford.
Stat Pafford.
And give me gorgeous George Kittle.
I call him Little Kittle.
Little Kittle?
I call him
Do
Little.
you son him? Do you put the little hand like you too small sign out when you see him?
I just say it like
Does he
that.
flip his hair? He's got a lot of hair.
Probably do. I think he has a ponytail, so it's kind of hard to.
All right. Josh
Anywho.
Jacobs, you dog.
Wide receiver, C.D. Lamb.
C.D. Lamba. Got it. All right. D-Rock got Travion Henderson.
Yeah. I got a guy in mind.
Got
but
another Thursday nighter?
No, got just a little bit of a gamble here on my part to do it this way, but maybe not. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts.
Hurts. Okay.
Let's see if I just
He was
pose
on my
myself.
QB list as well. I had 4 QBs on the list, and if y'all had made me do it, I would have done it. But I'm just saying, like if it had gone bing, 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 I would have taken a certain guy from the
matchup
West
is
Coast.
too good to say
I'm
no.
just saying, but I didn't. Tony?
I will go Devonta Smith and Dak Prescott.
Dakota.
Get it right. Dakota. Back to you, D-Rock, with Hurts and Travion Henderson.
Okay, so I can take him because no one else can, but...
Speak to the mic, son.
Thank you, Dylan.
Sorry,
Jeez.
I'm going to say I can take him because no one else can, so I don't have to take him right now. I'm going to take Jamar Chase.
Chase. All right.
He's chasing the points, boy.
He's chasing.
Gang.
All right, Denmark.
Ooh.
It's going to be...
Jeez. All right, man. You know what?
Man, I don't.
Man, let's go some Flacco. Joe Flacco.
Okay. He did it against Pittsburgh last time.
He did.
That was the other one on my list. All right. See? They all could have been used up. All right, I guess it's on to me here. Could have gone that way. And that's I preempted myself at tight end, too. Get Kittle. I don't have to think about that other guy this week.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he sucked last week.
Yeah, not against Chicago. He won't. I'm hoping. He did score against them the first time they played. This is where it gets a little tricky.
You have a running back, a flex.
Yeah, I know who one of them's gonna be.
Ooh.
All right, give me Javonte Williams. And back to you, Mr. Denmark. Coach Denmark.
Yums.
Coach
long name to say.
Javonte.
There you go. Let me pick a different music right here.
Got the end.
Bang. There we go. All right. Let me go flex Jalen Warren.
Like it. I already used him, but I would have loved to have used him against Cincinnati.
Say my name.
Jalen Warren. Who had not used him? D-Rock? Had D-Rock used him?
He had not.
Yes, that was
you and I had used him.
Yeah, all right. D-Rock's still not going to use him. Or you can take him here and delight us all.
Sure. Give me, in the flex, Nico Collins.
Nico. Don't be discouraged. All right. This one's for the oldsters. Tony. Dak Genty, Devontae Smith.
Yeah. Theo Johnson at tight end.
Theo.
And man, James is gonna be slinging it deep downfield. He ain't throwing it up the seam. Come on.
Anybody.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Just about anybody.
They call him JSN.
They do. D-Rock, need a tight end, please.
Zach Ertz.
Ertz. And the same for you, Mr. Denmark.
Trey McBride. Yeah, boy.
I mean, are you the only one who can use McBride?
Yes, sir.
Because, bro,
Everybody
he don't get 20 targets this week.
Yes, sir.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Gang,
They put Zay Jones, Simi Fahoku, both on IR yesterday, and Marvin Jones had an appendectomy.
Yes, sir.
Or Marvin Harrison, I'm sorry.
I
Marvin
still
Harrison.
might have saved him for the following week.
Maybe. I don't know. You never know. All right.
I've already used him.
Give me Travis Etienne, please, in the flex. So here's what we've got for the week. Tony Smith goes Dakota Prescott, Ashton Genty, Devontae Smith, Theo Johnson, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Mike Duraco of ESPN fame goes Jalen Hurts, Travian Henderson, Jamar Chase, Zach Ertz, and Nico Collins. Dylan Denmark rolling out Joe Flacco, Josh Jacobs, CeeDee Lamb, Trey McBride, and Jalen Warren. And I'm going to go with Matt Stafford, Javonte Williams, Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, and Travis Etienne. I feel like this might be the most
pretty good
top-heavy week that we've gone here. We're getting to the point where nobody wants the scourge of having to buy breakfast for their cohorts moving forward. So Breakfast Bowl locked in for another week. Let's step aside here. Let's come back and hear a few thoughts from Trevor Lawrence speaking yesterday down at the Miller Electric Center as they get ready to put the Texan game beside or behind them and move on to the Chargers. Tony Smith will take us around the NFL as well. All that coming up on Jaguars Today here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for big number one Duval Ford, where it is truck time at Duval Ford. Check out Duval Ford's huge selection of brand new F-150s, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. And right now you can drive one home with an incredible 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, no payments for 90 days. That's right, zero interest, no payments until next year. Your new F-150 is waiting at big number one Duval Ford. Visit them online at duvalford.com or stop by 1616 Casson Avenue today.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Catch high school football play-by-play on 1010XL.
Bishop Kenny's big season brings them a home playoff game against Wakula. Friday night at 7:30 on 92.5 FM. Bulls' quest for a 12th state championship begins against Walton. Friday at 7 on 1010 AM.
Sewer backups stink. Literally. Tree roots, old pipes, or major clogs can be the cause. Superior Plumbing and Pipeline inspects and clears sewer lines fast. If your sewer's backed up, make the Superior choice and learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
You're locked in to Jaguars Today Thursday with
Cannons of Jacksonville.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Hey, Jacksonville Hicken here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I'd call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top-quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios, too.
Visit CheckmateCoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season is finally here, and with that, hopefully comes cooler weather. And if you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space and just haven't pulled the trigger, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures right now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business. Give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental,
located in Bartram Park.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. When it comes to selling your home, you think you got problems? Well, I got promises. Chad and Sandy do. Jacksonville homes are selling, but it can take months and a low price to sell. Not anymore. You go with Chad and Sandy Newman, the experts that I recommend. Proven systems. They drive demand for selling your home, and they have this guarantee. Bottom line, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. That's why they're the local real estate experts that I'm trusting and recommending. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy will have instant offers, fast, easy, and stress-free. Keith in Atlantic Beach said, I wanted to move my parents closer. They needed a lot of help getting their home ready for sale and finding a new one. Medical issues made things even more challenging. I called Chad and Sandy because I heard their stories on the radio. The Chad and Sandy team were compassionate, professional, got the job done. My folks' home sold the very first weekend for $1.2 million in cash. Call the local experts I'm recommending. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200 or chadandsandy.com.
Hear the Florida Gators all season on 1010XL. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. The law firm of Farah and Farah and Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Go Gators! 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, Dylan tells me on text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, somebody suggested D-Rock may have already used Justin Herbert and Rondé Gadsden, or else.
I have not used Gadsden, I don't think. Not yet.
I quickly took Kittle and just took the temptation away from myself. It was tough.
I haven't done that at all this year.
You
I need
haven't.
some credit for that.
You haven't. Very minimal
You
credit.
can take Mike's dollar that he was offering me.
No, you may not. But Dylan might offer up $1 if you go the rest of the season.
Not money
doing
right
it.
now.
I don't know if he can
Give me
do
next
it.
week.
We get to week 17, 18, and D-Rock's a few points behind. He's
Damn it, I've already taken Daniel Jones.
well,
and Jonathan Taylor.
Looking ahead, yeah, I think we might have all. But regardless, the good people here, Tony, looking at you, looking at myself, looking at Dylan Denmark, we try to avoid taking Jaguar.
I'll
opponents.
happily be the bad guy as I host my bowl.
Yeah. All right. Well, you did.
Hoist, not host. Hoist my bowl.
I knew where you were going there. Anyway, all right, let's do this. We'll get to Trevor Lawrence coming up, speaking yesterday at the Miller Electric Center. But first, Tony is going to take a quick look around the NFL.
Now, gems around the NFL. Brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson did not practice yesterday due to knee soreness. He is expected to be able to get back on the practice field today. Arizona wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. has been ruled out for Sunday, could be out beyond that due to an appendectomy. The Jags play at Arizona next week. New York Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson has been ruled out for this week after he re-aggravated an injury during last week's game. Atlanta wide receiver Drake London missed practice on Wednesday with an illness. LA Rams wide receiver Devontae Adams did not practice yesterday, but is expected to be able to play this week. And for the second Wednesday in a row, Carolina running back Rico Dowdle did not practice on Wednesday, with the stated plan from the head coach once again being that he'll be back on the practice field on Thursday. So it seems they're in a bit of a veteran day off Wednesday for Rico Dowdle routine.
Yeah, I guess so. Nobody took him. No.
He was on my list.
I thought about it.
I got him for 200 yards earlier this year. I used it to great effect.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's why my nose is almost above water right now. Imagine if I had Travis Hunter against the Raiders and the 15 catches for 230 yards. Was it the Rams?
Yeah.
No,
It was the Raiders.
It was the Raiders. No, he got hurt. I took
Hurt
him.
after the
he got
Rams.
hurt.
Yeah.
Right. He got hurt leading into the
Oh,
Raiders
he
game.
got okay. That's when you took him. Okay, yeah.
Imagine
Okay.
if I didn't get the big 0, I'd be in first place right now because Travis is going to drop a quick 37 that week.
Okay.
I was pretty sure.
Sure.
I was pretty confident in
Okay.
that. Just like ETN will this week.
Okay.
I have confidence. All right, let's get to a few thoughts from Trevor Lawrence, who spoke with Liam Cohen, who brought up the aspect of Trevor letting it rip, and discussed what he talked about with Cohen about playing more freely.
Going out there and cutting it loose and feeling a little bit more freedom to let some things go, to take some shots. And that's the balance of playing quarterback, right, is the balance of aggressiveness, of when to take the shot, when to take completions, when to protect the ball. That's something where, just specifically looking at this last game, I think there was, probably a few opportunities where I could have maybe thrown a couple balls a little earlier, give our guys some chances down the field. And, you might not hit all of them, but try to avoid some of those sacks. And then you look at just overall being a little bit more aggressive when we have some opportunities down the field. I think that's something that this year maybe haven't taken as many shots. So that's something I know I can do well, and I know our offense can do well that we have done in the past. So I know that we can make some improvements. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just going out there, cutting it loose, trusting myself. I know that, Liam's got my back, the whole team, the whole offense has my back, and just, going out there and playing free.
It's interesting the approach Mike McDaniel took. Did you see what he said about Tua's interceptions last week?
I did not.
He
actually
loved them, he said, because they came on 3rd and long. And he's like, look, we're in that position, and you got a guy in a route who's going downfield. Chuck it downfield, man. And maybe you get the call, the penalty. Maybe you make the play. Or maybe they pick it off and it acts as a punt. And that's what happened on both the interceptions. And they basically got like 40-plus net yards, and he called them arm punts. And he's like, but we had a chance, And so rather than check it down and maybe you'll break 6 tackles on the way to the line of scrimmage, that's just one area. I'm not saying it's specifically been those times. I mean, there have been, we've all seen it charted, Mike, people doing film breakdowns where here's so-and-so, Trevor seems to be looking in that direction, and he's just not cutting it loose.
Let it play free. That's what he said, which is probably more of a better description of what they want. Just almost say,
damn the consequences.
Yeah, screw it, and just play. Just be who you are. Take a couple of shots down there. Just quit worrying about, I don't want to turn this over. It doesn't always mean taking a 30-yard throw, by the way. It means if you see something right away, don't think I got to check my second read and third read, then maybe go back to that first read. If the first read's there, that's why it's your first read. That's what you would prefer to have done. You would prefer that to be the play you make on the first read. That's why it's first in the progression. And if it's open, take it.
Trust your eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've done the work to figure out the math at that point, trust you got the answer. And if it turns out you didn't, oh well.
It's the teacher's fault.
Yeah, we'll deal with that not working out the way that we wanted it to. Trevor was also asked about a follow-up to that, why they haven't had those explosive plays to this point.
Early on in the year, I had a lot of turnovers, and I think that's something where I feel like I got a little bit more, focused on taking some completions throughout the last few weeks. And then you look at where we're at now, and just if you look at the whole season, I think that's what we've been lacking, is some of the explosives down the field. And you still got to play quarterback at the end of the day, read it out, take what's there, and be smart. But I think we will have some opportunities, and I know that we can make those plays. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, and you wonder what he's been told, along the way, because his completion percentage has dipped at times, and has he been consistently reinforced by Liam Cohen that you need to drive the ball, or they've said, hey, look, let's just not make mistakes, and we're going to win a lot of football games.
Trying to learn the offense,
right?
At your own pace, kind of thing. And it's like you're getting to a point. It's like gas, man. We need gas,
right? And so who knows what those conversations are like in those film sessions, D-Rock? I don't know. Maybe you do, but I'm not in them,
right?
So I do think there's a balance, right? You got to find that balance between just being a wild-eyed gunslinger. You don't want to be Jameis Winston. I mean, you'll seriously, you'll throw for 400, but you'll throw for 4 picks, and you'll cost your team because you won't. Jameis never seems to learn to take the profit, right? It's always, accelerator to the floor, and which can be great at times, can be fun to watch at times, can be frustrating as hell when it comes to winning football games, though, too.
He mentioned it's the balance of playing quarterback, and the guys who last in the league, the guys at the elite level, the guys who win a crap ton of games are the guys that walk that line pretty damn perfectly. And you have to know when it's, 2nd and 8 on your own 22 is maybe not the time to take that risky throw down the field.
Yeah.
2nd and 1 from their 35, maybe that's the time that I can take that riskier throw down the field. You know what I mean? And maybe we'll hit that, or I'll hit that, or hey, that's the shot play. Liam has called this shot play. When that play call comes in, everybody knows this is the shot play. So take it if it's there.
And that's great. And we all love that. And then you throw that interception. You're already in Camp Little field goal range. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, it's no win for everybody.
Unless you win.
And again, it's one of those things, Trevor hadn't earned it yet, right? For someone to, if he throws an interception like Mahomes did to cost him the game here. Like in Kansas City, they go, well, they tricked him. Right? That's all right. They won't trick him next time. But they tricked him on that play. And Patrick was one to say, they got me.
Yeah.
On that kind of play. And I think there is a little bit of that with the conversation with Trevor this week. Like, sometimes they just get you. And when it happens, we're not going to rip you open for it having happened to you. We just need you to trust what you saw and play off of that. Play fast, play loose, because it does feel like he is holding back something to some degree in the offense. They need whatever that is that he's holding on to, drop it so that we can move fast, because we need to play faster.
All right, one more here from Trevor Lawrence. This was, again, yesterday. Said this week is basically a litmus test for the team to see if they're able to bounce back mentally.
Yeah, it's definitely a test. I mean, it's every week is a test of your team and your locker room and your culture. I mean, in this league, it's, win or lose, it's a challenge. It's hard to win. It's as you can see, it's a week-to-week league, and you got to bring your best, and you got to finish these games. And I think it's a learning lesson for our team. I mean, we've played fairly well in one-score games this year. If you look at, especially compared to last year, that was something that we struggled with and made that improvement. And obviously, we didn't get it done last week. We didn't finish the game well, and we own that, and we have to move on and go try to beat a really good Chargers team this week. So that's the thing about the NFL, is it doesn't let up. So you can't stay in the rearview mirror thinking about the last one, because this one is just as important. So I think it's a great learning experience. You got to take it for what it is, but you got to move on. You got to take the accountability and look at. There's a lot of plays that I went back that I think I could have done more to help our team, and get a couple first downs at the end of the game, whatever it is. But we're on to the next week, and you got to be able to bounce back. And I think it is a good test for our team. And I like the day of practice we had today. We were flying around, had some good energy, and you got to keep preparing that way.
Well, look, fans, media included, can feel however we like about it, and we can doubt the outcome this weekend, and I do. But if they do beat the Chargers this weekend, yes, it's not the same as getting the divisional win. I'd still rather have had the win against Houston, but I was probably going to pick the Chargers to win this game regardless, and so if they can win this game as the Jags and get to 6, the whole narrative will flip back again.
Yeah,
and
expectations high again.
Well, I mean, then you look at the next few games, very winnable.
You have the head-to-head, Matt. Now you have the head-to-head against Kansas City and the Chargers.
That's a good deal.
Right,
that
like two teams that you should be directly competing with. Maybe for one of the last couple wild card spots in the AFC, and you'd have the head-to-head over both, and you still got 2 against the Colts, right? Like, there's a lot on the table. It's a tall order to beat the Chargers, but it's not impossible.
Somebody posted this game might have, I'm not 100% sure, I don't have it right in front of me. This has the greatest swing potential of any game in terms of playoff chances for both teams. Like, if the Jags win, they're 57% likely to make the postseason.
Houston had this kind of number last week.
Okay, if they lose, but this combined between the Jags and the Chargers, what it does to both of their chances. If the Jags lose, they drop to like 19% to make the postseason. Chargers with a win are in the 70s. With a loss, they're somewhere around maybe 50, high 40s, something like that, because they're starting out ahead. But
I still think it's too early in the season to really be definitive with those things.
Oh, it's
I
not
understand
definitive, but
why
I think
they
those
do
are
it.
fun.
Yeah,
right?
they are
Right.
fun. They
Yeah,
are fun.
They don't have any bearing in the end. In the end, we're going to know, right? They're either going to win enough or they're not going to win enough. But along the way, we got to fill 2 hours every day here, brother. So we're going to be talking about some different little metrics out there. All right, if you're on the line, stay there. We'll try to get to you on the other side. I want to get through some of these responses we got this morning on X as well, asking about the biggest single issue facing this team going forward, and we'll give you a quick nod of agreement or question whether your sanity has escaped you. I don't know. We'll see. Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
Looking for your new favorite hangout this football season? Try Voodoo Brewing Company in the heart of San Marco. Locally owned and community focused, Voodoo Brewing serves up award-winning beers, scratch-made upscale pub fare, and laid-back vibes where everyone's welcome. For live music, trivia nights, and all the football action this season, make Voodoo Brewing Company Jacksonville your new favorite spot on San Marco Square.
Jaguars Today Thursday, brought to you by Cannons of Jacksonville.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, NA member FDIC.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tire. Right now, you can get 6-month financing through the CFNA credit card and $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. It's a smart way to handle big vehicle needs like new tires, brakes, or repairs without the upfront cost. With no interest for 6 months, there's never been a better time to schedule. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Did you know that basketball and volleyball were invented at the YMCA? That's right, and even today, the Y continues to lead the way in youth sports programming, from toddlers just starting out to teens ready to compete. The Y offers skill development, recreational play, and competitive leagues, all in a fun, supportive environment. Get your child in the game to build character and skills at the Y. Registration is now open for youth volleyball and soccer at fcymca.org.
The best golfing weather of the year is upon us, and Hidden Hills Golf Club welcomes you to play your next round at our beautiful course. We promise you'll enjoy the dramatic elevation changes and our unique Arnold Palmer design. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
If you are an experienced electrician looking for your next big opportunity, look no further than the Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller Electric, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering you the chance to showcase your skills on a grand scale. We believe in rewarding hard work with the best pay, top-notch benefits, and an unbeatable culture where people actually care about each other. Take your career to new heights with Miller Electric Company. Apply today at millercareers.com. Miller Electric, an equal opportunity employer.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
All right, D-Rock's got a great idea. We're not going to say what it is.
It is a good idea.
It's a good idea. We'll see if the Jags
Suffice
make
to
the
say,
playoffs.
you would really like the Jaguars to make the playoffs, everybody.
Yes. In order to see this come to its
It'll
full
be a
fruition.
glorious Thursday if they make the playoffs.
It really will be
Yeah.
if they make the playoffs. So more incentive for the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence needs some incentive, I've heard. Since he's gotten paid, he no longer has any incentive to play
There we
well.
go. There we go.
Someone told me that.
I just heard that this morning. All right, today, what do you think is the biggest single issue facing the Jacksonville Jaguars for the remainder of the 2025 season? Let's see. Scott, the defense not being able to get off the field, lack of pass rush, the biggest issue for that. We're going to have a lot of these, okay? Mr. T, Trevor's contract. Okay, so I guess what he's saying is the
They can't get out
contract
of it,
means
yeah.
you're stuck with him.
Yep.
And being stuck with him is the biggest problem
Yeah,
that they have.
that has no impact on the rest of the year, though.
Well, I mean,
they can't move on from him if he had a bad contract, or a good contract. Would they cut him now?
I'm not saying cut him, but anyway,
Yeah, whatever.
We're
I'm
getting a little
getting
too literal about
yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
But I mean, in theory, if he was on the last year of a deal and the Jags go on a 5-game losing streak, you put the other guy in.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just saying, we're not. That's not the reality. Nobody's suggesting that. At least nobody who's not tweeting at me. Let's see. Doom. Good Lord, it feels like I've said this every year for decades, but it's offensive line. Okay? That dude, Johnny, said, rebuild expectations. That's the biggest problem is the expectations. We want instant. The team is mostly the same, and they won 4 games last year, which they have already achieved.
You said, D-Rock, yeah.
There's some core that's the same, but I feel like they tried to put a stamp on it, and like maybe through no fault of their own, but they're just, where's the impact from this rookie class? And Monheim, very okay.
No.
I mean, LaQuinn Allen.
LaQuinn Allen?
Okay. I mean, he makes a few good blocks, but
that's it.
Like, when is Wyatt Milam going to force his way on the field? When is he going to be healthy enough? Maybe that's the case. He was limited again yesterday. But your top 2 guys now are down for the year. You didn't get what you led us to believe we should probably expect from Travis Hunter, at least in terms of usage. And on we go. You got McLeod went on IR before the season.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed Kaiser do much of anything this year.
Yeah.
Rayon Lane's a very good special teamer, but that's not what you hang your hat on for
time
a draft
to get
class.
him some more. And they have been getting him some more reps on defense.
They got him a few this week, but they really just don't have a free safety on the roster, though, is kind of the problem.
Yeah. Right. We didn't – the Eric Murray injury, maybe one of the most significant ones on the team that we didn't really spend a whole ton of time on.
Communicator.
Yeah.
Well,
Correct.
I mean, that's what they told us, and they certainly seem to be playing better, at least, with him back there.
Somebody walked in, didn't bring in that big pink box
This
with him,
guy right here, where do we get Leon in here? And,
just walk by the
He's
window
got
with the
an app
damn
on his
thing.
phone. He knows when people come into the building with food.
By the way, one other one. So Todd said the biggest problem for the Jags rest of the year, the Colts. That may be the most accurate one
correct
of all right here. All right, so depth and discipline, lines of scrimmage, on and on and on.
Yeah, that home win streak on the line, boys.
All right, let's welcome in XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Big Sirs.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Hello. D-Rock sus today. He's like, I see a big box of donuts walking by.
Walk
the
right
studio
by.
right
Didn't
here.
even look.
A big pink box of
I'm
donuts.
like, man, that's an XL Primetime situation.
Hey, listen,
going on right
listen,
there.
we got cinnamon buns down there and apple fritters. You can help yourself.
Ooh.
There you go.
Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out.
I knew Leon, being the gentleman that he is, would
Would
offer
offer,
one up.
absolutely.
If I
Absolutely.
made you out to be the bad guy, Leon would
of
step up
course.
and be the good
Of
guy.
course.
Which he is. Leon, what's coming up today on Primetime?
No, we're going to talk Jags, talk a little college football, and we've got University of Miami basketball head coach on at 1 o'clock, Jay Lucas.
All right, Jay Lucas. All right, excellent. We'll be listening. Have a great show.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy those cinnamon buns and whatnot there.
Apple fritters.
Apple fritters. I couldn't remember what the other one was. I knew it wasn't one that I was that interested in.
You're
Not an
not an
apple.
apple
I don't like
fritter guy?
apple pie, like apple. You know what I like? Artificially flavored sour apple candy. That's my favorite kind of apple. Like green apple candy, artificially flavored. Let's go.
The blow pops, the sour apple blow pops are the best.
Are
without
one of the
question.
greatest candy flavors ever made.
Without
is
question.
that candy coating on a sour apple blow pop. No doubt about it.
No doubt.
All right, D-Rock.
Yo.
What do you got coming up? What are you writing about the Jaguars?
Working on a Trevor Lawrence story.
Hey, now.
If this team is going to have any realistic chance to make the playoffs, they're going to need Trevor in the second half of this season to be the Trevor in the second half of the 2022 season, which dovetails nicely into the he's got to cut it loose quote that Liam Cohen gave me the other day.
Can we get the opportunistic defense of that season?
Now you're asking
moving
for
forward as well.
just way too much here. Okay, just like I give you an inch, you're going to take a mile here.
All right, just can we at least clean up some of the mental mistakes?
Sure.
All right,
Sure.
there you go.
I'll give you that.
That is fixable. I do believe that's
I hear
fixable.
that every week.
I know, and that drives me nuts. But let's get to fixing. All right, because we all agree that's one area that they could stand some massive improvement. All right, check out Mike DeRocco at ESPN DeRocco on X and over at ESPN.com. D-Rock, have a great week. We'll see you next Thursday.
Thanks, guys.
All
you
right.
guys enjoy your weekend as well.
I hope so. I'd like to enjoy it with a Jaguar victory. That will make it an enjoyable one for sure. Tom McManus joins us in studio tomorrow with Tom's Tale of the Tape on a Keys to Victory Friday. For Tony Smith and Dylan Denmark, and of course Mike DeRocco, I'm Mike Dempsey. Thank you for listening to Jaguars Today here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
He's all going to bring us at least 3 championships.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. With so many